Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here. Welcome back to another Cardano video, and this one we're going to look at voting that is ongoing on Cardano right now and voting that is upcoming. So with Intersect and the Constitutional Interim Committee, voting is now open for that. We'll take a brief look at what that is, who's involved in it and how to vote on that. Then we'll look at Catalyst, which has the Catalyst Fund 12 voting is coming up towards the end of June. But if you haven't registered in Fund 10 or 11, you do need to register by June 18th, which is tomorrow as of recording of this. But if you voted or if you registered in either of them rounds, you are okay. You don't have to re-register for Catalyst, but we'll go through all that in this. Please do share it out. Let everybody know who is holding ADA that wants to get involved, what they need to do. I do appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. Ask questions below. Let's jump into it. Okay, so jumping straight into it here, at the minute there is a fairly big vote ongoing on Cardano, and any ADA holder can get involved in this. This is a stake weighted vote, so each ADA you have is a vote for this process, and that is to vote in the Interim Constitutional Committee, which is all part of Cardano's governance going into the hands of the community. So the Interim Constitutional Committee is going to have 7 members. The first 4 are already decided, with the 3 founding entities being the Cardano Foundation, EMURGO, IOG, and then Intersect are going to hold 4 seats. And then there are 3 seats up for grabs by anybody in the community. There are some individuals looking to get voted in for this. There are some groups that have come together on this to form their own committees that want to, even if it is a group that gets voted in, they will only have 1 seat, just like Cardano Foundation or IOG, EMURGO, Intersect. They're all groups, but they only have 1 vote in this. So it will be the same when the final committee comes out. So the minute you can vote here, we'll look at that in a minute, but just more information on this. If you're not familiar with it and what it all means, I would say this video here by Lloyd is very good, 4 minutes, 40 seconds over on Twitter. I will link this one down below. Very professionally done video, goes through the basics of what the Interim Constitutional Committee is, kind of some of the powers, responsibilities it is going to have. So they're initially signing up for a year. That will be able to be changed. The community will be able to change that in the long run and vote in to keep the members there or to put in new members into it. And there will be one party that is part of the, I suppose, the overall governance of Cardano. You will also have stake pool operators and D-reps. They won't be involved right now, but as we go on in the year, they will come into part of this. But the Constitutional Committee needs to be in place before the Chang hard fork in July. So we look at what is the dates then. So June 10th was registration to close for people who wanted to put themselves forward for ICC. Anybody could have done that. Then you have June 13th, voting opened, and it is powered by Summon. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And then this will run until June 23rd. So then on June 26th, we will see what the 3 seats are, or who has got in and has been voted in by the community. So some of the other stuff, there was a Twitter space, meet your candidates. This was June 14th, so 3 days ago. I got to listen to about the first 2 hours of this. It is 4 hours and 20 minutes. And this is a lot. I don't think every candidate got onto it, but the majority of candidates got on. There was questions put to them. What are they running on? What is their, I suppose, how will they be communicating with everybody on their own internal decisions, and how it will be publicized, whether they're voting on proposals that are put forward to the group by the Cardano community, and what the reasoning is for that. So if you want to listen in and see, does your beliefs align with some of the candidates that are there, then definitely check this one out. I will link it down below. I haven't seen any timestamps on it. It would be great to get some timestamps on it, and if I find them, I will try and put them in too. In terms of who can vote, so to be eligible to vote, your voting power, so you are eligible if you hold a Cardano wallet with ADA that was delegated to a valid stake pool, and that means just an actual stake pool that with active stake snapshot was taken on the boundary of on the epoch boundary on June 8th. So whatever ADA you have, that is your wallet. They say here the voting power is the number of Lovelaces, so 1 ADA, and then when you break it down, that is Lovelaces for anyone who didn't see that before, and that is your voting power. This is the voting page. We'll come to that in 1 minute. Just on the committee, so I will put a link. You can see here all the different candidates. I'm still going through trying to decide what ones I will put in for my own vote. But if you want to go in and look at it yourself, this is where you can see all of the different candidates. So one that I'm very familiar with is the Cardano Atlantic Council. And some very familiar names. I would say people looking at this will know a lot of these names from the community. Adam, especially on the technical side. Rick, who has been, so Richard McCracken here, has been on the channel here a few times now at this point, covering different topics down through the last few years, and governance, I suppose, lately. Definitely do an update, try and get Rick on fairly soon to cover what's the latest on Cardano governance and where we are going into the future. So definitely a consortium that will be getting one of my votes. Not sure where the rest are going to go yet. Let me know down below where you guys are voting or why. That is the important thing too. Do their beliefs of where Cardano is going to go align with yours, then they are the ones that will definitely be worth a vote. And I like here, you will have some very good knowledge on the technical side of Cardano too, as well as people who won't be afraid to give their opinions. Okay, let's go over and look at the voting form and get our vote in. So I'm just going to be voting with a test wallet here to show you how it all works. I'll do my proper voting later when I fully decide on the candidates that I'm voting for. But if you come over here, you can see you can select up to 6 candidates in the order of preference. The top 3 is determined by stake weighted, ranked choice will be confirmed. So if I come in here then, you can see all the different lists of people that are here that you can vote for. So Cardano Atlantic Council is one that I will vote for because I'm very familiar with some of the members in the team. Then what you would do is you can come back in, you can select anybody else that you want to. As I haven't decided, look, we put in another one just to show you how the order would work, and you can go all the way down to 6. The reason you can pick 6 rather than just 3 when 3 are being elected is because there will be eliminations on lower levels and votes get passed. So your 4th, 5th and 6th vote could have an impact on somebody getting in. So then you want to come over here to connect wallet. If you're using a hardware wallet, make sure you tick this. You can see it doesn't make any changes here, but it will make a difference to how the TX is signed or how the transaction is signed. So I'm not going to tick it because this is only a test wallet and it's a normal Eternal wallet. Click on Eternal. Then you can see my wallet is connected. Your voting power is, so this is 19 million Lovelaces. There's only 19 ADA in this because it is a test wallet that I use for things like this. So click then on Submit. And then I get this form here. So you can see actually in the data, you can see Cardano Atlantic Council comes in at 0 because that's the way that the array would be set up, starting at 0. Then you have 1 that comes in for Moro. So do I remember the password for this? I do. So vote submitted successfully. That is my vote put in, and that's all you actually have to do. You're not sending funds out of your wallet or anything. You're just signing this transaction to prove that it is you. So that is the Interim Constitutional Committee. I would say get involved, get your vote in, make it get counted, and do your research to see who you would like to give your votes or who you trust to drive the future of Cardano. Okay, let's move on to Catalyst then. So Catalyst Fund 12 is ongoing at the minute. Community reviews are going to finish up in the next few days, and then community voting starts on the 27th of June. So to be involved in this, then you need to have your wallet registered. If you registered and voted in Fund 10 and 11, then you're okay. Your wallet should still be registered and you don't have to re-register. I know there was some confusion around that. If you haven't registered before, or you registered in some of the earlier voting rounds for Catalyst, then you do need to come in here and register again. So register to vote in Fund 12 by June 18th at 9:45 UTC, and then the snapshot is going to happen. I think it's an hour later the snapshot actually happens. So again, that's just more of the same. So as I say, if you've already registered previously in Fund 10 or 11, you're okay. You will be involved in the snapshot and you're good to go to vote on June 27th. Some of these supported wallets, so you have Adalite, Daedalus, Uroi, Typhoon, Eternal, Flint, and then some of the CLI wallets and Cardano Signer by Michael. So if you're using any of these, this is the status of whether they are, can you vote, do you get rewards, and the latest tested version of them. There's some wallets missing. The process still isn't as streamlined as we would like. We talked about this in the last live stream with Fareed and Josh. Cardano Voices is going to look to consolidate this and make it a smoother experience for users. I need to dive deeper on that and see what timelines are like and see when we can get some early versions to take a look at. But hopefully that streamlines it, that we don't need two different apps, that you don't need to register in your wallet and then use a different app for voting. I'll cover the process maybe closer to the actual vote. So then let's go to Eternal and put in a vote. So in Eternal here, you can see I'm on the voting page here. So Catalyst project funding. So there is blockchain governance, and this is to do with how you can delegate your vote later on when governance does come on chain with Cardano, which is very close when you look at what's going on with the Interim Constitutional Committee. We'll cover that more in other videos. So we want Catalyst here. Voting power snapshot on the 18th of June, 10:45. Voting starts on the 27th of June. So once you have over 500 ADA in your wallet and it is delegated to any Cardano stake pool, you can register and vote. So actually, I need to confirm that the 500, it used to be 500. I think it's still 500 ADA, but I will confirm that after. Click on next. If you don't have the voting app, then you need to download it here. This is what I was talking about, that you register in your wallet and then you vote somewhere else. Click on next. Then you need to set a pin. So I'm going to set mine 111. Doesn't matter. Input. Second time to confirm. And I would recommend a stronger pin than that, but this is just a test. Click on next, and then voting registration transaction. Click on register to construct a transaction. Make sure to keep an eye on your account that it has above 500 ADA. So yes, that's when the snapshot happens. It has to have over 500 ADA in it to vote. Click on register. So I need to sign the transaction here. Sign, and then it gives me a QR code here, which I can scan in the app. You can download the QR code as well. You will need that to link up the voting app to your wallet here, and you need to remember the PIN. Once you've done that, that's you registered. That's this wallet registered for me. When Catalyst voting opens, I can register then, and I can cover the voting process if people are interested in that too. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this has helped keep you up to date where we are with the voting process and how to get involved with both. I encourage everyone to get involved, help drive the future direction of Cardano where you feel it needs to go. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.